that nigga. I ain't saying shit. I'ma just swing, goddamn. Whoa, get it. Square up.
Hi, my name is Houston, and I'm one of the co-founders of Character Strong. We've pulled together 6 amazing young people with the goal of following along as they navigate tough things going on in the world and in their lives. Their names are Nadine, Malia, Robert, Hayden, Jace, and Driver. You'll meet them in just a second. The goal of this first session is just to feel all the feelings. Whatever you're feeling right now, the goal is just to acknowledge that that is real, that it is legitimate, and it is totally okay to feel that feeling. No one in this world is immune from adversity. All of us at some point are going to go through hard things. The weird part about being human is that even if we go through the same thing, we might respond to it differently. So, let me introduce you to the crew. They're going to share their name, a little bit about themselves, and what they are feeling right now.
My name is Driver. I am 17 years old. One fun fact about me is that I have 7 brothers and 1 sister, so my house is chaotic all the time, and I have nieces and a future nephew. And an emotion that I'm feeling right now, I would have to say is guilty indifference. I don't know, I feel kind of indifferent to everything that's going on. Sometimes I'm really sad, sometimes I'm happy, and part of me feels almost guilty for coping so well, kind of in a sense, with what's going on. So more to that later, but those are my emotions right now.
My name is Robert Cordejo. I'm 16, and something about me is that, I'm a huge sports fan, from like boxing, soccer, basketball, football, you name it. I love to watch sports. And feeling right now is probably anxious, but relaxed at the same time with all like the schoolwork that I got. But I'm relaxed at the same time because I know that I can control that.
Hi, I'm Malia Tiano, and I am 17 years old. One fun fact about me is I'm a songwriter. I've been writing songs for about a year and a half, and so far written 7 songs. The feeling or the emotion I have right now is most likely anxious. The idea of change is terrifying to me sometimes. And with this season of uncertainty, with having the idea of not knowing what's coming next or what the future holds, is something that is terrifying. So that's what I'm feeling.
My name is Jace. I'm 19 years old, and one fun fact about me is that I'm a huge music enthusiast. I love listening to and analyzing music and making playlists more than anything. And one emotion that I'm feeling right now is overwhelmed with all of this information that's kind of like flooding my phone through the media and everything. I just don't exactly know how to process and how to deal with all of it at once. And this is also new for me, that all I know what to do is feel overwhelmed. So that's one emotion that I'm feeling right now.
Hi, my name is Nadine Gibson. I'm 15 years old, and one fun fact about me is I'm what you would call an aspiring polyglot, which basically means I'm obsessed with languages, learning them, reading them, just anything about a bunch of different languages. And one emotion I'm feeling right now is, I guess, it's not really an emotion, but it's kind of just a feeling or a state, I guess. Just a lot of expectations. I feel like being out of school, because in school there are constantly all of these expectations, what you are expected to strive for, what you're expected to accomplish, what you're expected to feel, and things like that. And I feel like since I don't necessarily have that in my environment right now, I feel like I have to create and falsate my own expectations, and kind of recognizing the fact that I'm doing that and then trying to break that down. I feel like that's what my current emotional goal is.
Hey everybody, my name is Hayden. I'm 17. One fun fact about me is that I'm very talkative. I love speaking and just talking with my friends and family, and always kind of bringing people together through speaking and also actively listening. And I think one thing that I would really be feeling right now is there's a little bit of confusion. This year has definitely been one for the just like it's just been crazy. In November, I went through a school shooting, so I had 2 weeks off, and then I had 2 days canceled because of fires near my school. And so now with all this, I have almost 2-3 months canceled, and I'm just feeling really confused with why. But now it's more becoming understanding of that and knowing that it is happening for a reason.
Well, I love you all very much. Your gifts.
These people are my favorite, and I hope some part of their story or what they're feeling right now connects with you. Whatever it is you're feeling right now, that feeling is totally real. It is totally valid. Feelings are not necessarily good or bad. They're just happening. But how we react or respond to those feelings, well, those choices we make based on the way we feel can either help us or hurt us. They can help others or hurt others. When you and I experience stress or anxiety in our life, our body tends to react in one of two ways, either threat or challenge. And the way that our body and our brains respond actually has a lot to do, consciously or unconsciously, with how prepared we think we are to handle that situation. Let's say you run into a bear in the woods. Most of us are going to experience that right away like a threat. We'll either run as fast as we can, or we'll freeze and fall down on the ground and curl up in a ball. But if for some reason you've been preparing, you have your bear mace with you, or you have read the wildlife handbook and you know exactly what to do in the situation, or you've been working out a lot and feel like you can take it. Whatever the situation, if you feel like you have tools in your toolbox to navigate that moment, your body's going to respond more in that challenge mode, which is rising up to meet whatever circumstance you're in. That's the goal. The data and all the research would tell us this. The worst way to handle stress is to run away from it, to avoid it. Big feelings don't get managed by running away or going around them. We have to go through them. Each session, we will provide you with 3 things. The first one is a dare, a challenge, a practical way to put these abstract ideas into action in your life right now. The second thing is a strategy, a way to respond to the world or your circumstances when things aren't necessarily going the way you want them to. And the third one is a practical exercise in gratitude, a way to put focus on the things that you're grateful for right now. The dare for this session is called Name It to Tame It. If we are feeling a certain feeling and we never bother to even think about what we're feeling, that feeling can remain totally unnamed. And a lot of times our emotions drive our behaviors without us even realizing it. It's like letting a stranger into your house and letting them do whatever they want. Don't let strangers eat your snacks. Don't let strangers into your kitchen or your room. Figure out what you're feeling, and immediately you have more control over that thing. So the challenge is to think about whatever feeling you feel like you felt the most over the past week. So for me, maybe it's I felt annoyed. And then the goal is to write a 6-word description of what that feeling means to you. Think about it like a bio in an Instagram. So if my word is annoyed, the 6 words might be every little thing bothers me big. When I'm annoyed, even small things can feel really massive and frustrating. The strategy for this session is called figure 8 breathing. The way it works, your palm will be up, and the goal is to create a figure 8 on your hand. You breathe in for one part of it and breathe out for the other. It looks kind of like this.
So the way it works is you're going to start in the middle of your palm, draw the top, breathe in, breathe out. So it's both like a tactile experience, like I'm feeling something, which is important. And then I'm slowing down my breath and becoming more conscious of my breath, which allows me to actually give more control over my mind and my body and my thoughts.
Got it? Good. The final piece of the puzzle is the gratitude practice. My friend Scarlett Lewis says we can't have a grateful thought and an angry thought at the same time. That's because our brains operate linearly. We can only have one thought at any given moment. So when we focus on what we're grateful for, we actually free ourselves from concern or anxiety or stress, even just for that moment. So the challenge is this. Open up a new note on your phone or take out a piece of paper, and over the next week, your goal is to find 7 things, 7 specific things that you're grateful for in your life to share out when we get together next. All right, we got work to do. We got a dare, we have a strategy, and we have an opportunity to practice gratitude. Can't wait to connect with the Character Strong crew again to see how those students are navigating in their lives. I hope it goes well for you. May we show up, rise up to the challenge, wrestle that bear, and not let strangers in the house. See you next time.
Y'all in?
Yeah.